been found to be half. Now here we see that the order of the reaction has come to be half. So order of the reaction can have a zero value, it can have a fraction value, it can be 1, 2 like a natural integers, while the molarity, the number of molecules which are participating cannot be in fraction or as a zero. So this is the difference between also molecularity and the order of the reaction. The molecularity is defined as the number of reacting species simultaneously colliding with each other in the elementary reaction, while order is been determined by experimental results and slowest step of the reaction mechanism. Order is experimental and this molecularity is theoretical. Order may be in fraction 0, 1, 2, but molecularity is always a natural integer. And for complex reactions, molecularity is given for elementary steps, and molecularity of the slowest step is same as that of the order of reaction. Order can be possible for complex reaction as well as elementary reactions. So this is the difference between these two. Now in these reactions we are having reactions of different order: first order, second order, zero order, fraction order. For further study, we are going to study only the zeroth order and the first order reaction. But in between that, we want to study one more special example of the reaction, and let us go for that type of the reaction that I will write it here. We will go for the reaction of hydrolysis of methyl acetate or hydrolysis of a sucrose. First of all, I will introduce all the types of reaction. As I have already introduced a zeroth order reaction. A zeroth order reaction means a reaction whose rate is proportional to the zeroth power of the concentration of the reactant. This is the first definition. Rate which is proportional to the zeroth power of the concentration. Therefore, the value of K itself here becoming a rate, it is the zeroth order reaction. It is also said that the reaction whose concentration remain constant throughout the reaction is also called as a zero order reaction. We have already considered the examples of first order reaction. The first order reactions are reactions in which the rate of reaction is proportional to the first order of the concentration of the reactant. That is a first order reaction. Second order reaction, the rate is proportional to the second power of the concentration, or it may be, if we have two reactants, it may be proportional to the first power of each reactant. Thereby the overall rate law will indicate order equal to 2, but we are going to study zero order and first order. Now we are going to one more special type of reaction, and that is called as a pseudo first order. The word pseudo means something which looks different, but in experience it is something different. That is called as a pseudo. Now let us go for this, and this way we can have the memory of all the concept of the order, molecularity, mechanism, and all that we can have a practice of it by writing like this. Now let us go for the next concept of the pseudo first order reaction, and then we will switch on to the integrated rate law, its requirement for the integrated equation, and then the graphical method. First day I have told you that the experiments are being studied, or the reactions are being studied in three ways. One, experiment. Second, a mathematical equations which we are putting with the differentiation and integration. Rather, the integrated forms are found to be more useful. And the third one is a graphical method. Before that, we are going for again pseudo first order reaction. Pseudo first order reaction. Let us go for an example of a pseudo first order reaction of methyl acetate undergoing hydrolysis. CH3 COOCH3 in aqueous state plus the water. This hydrolysis continues and you are getting CH3 acid and alcohol, methanol and acetic acid. As we know, this is a acetic acid and this is a methanol. Now in this reaction, the true rate law I will write here, which will be equal to R equal to sum K dot concentration of CH3COOCH3 methyl acetate multiplied by concentration of H2O. Just to explain the pseudo first order and convenience, I have taken R dot. Now, in such type of reactions, it has been found that the concentration of H2O is always a large quantity and it is constant. So concentration of H2O is a large quantity and it is always found to be constant. The number of moles of it are always constant. Therefore, this rate with respect to, if you see, with respect to K will be equal to some K double dot moles of H2O, and therefore I can write R equal to K double dot concentration of CH3 COOCH3. If we see true rate law, the true rate law indicates that it is a second order reaction. But here we have obtained an equation like this. This is one constant and this another constant. Multiplication of two constant will be again a one third constant. For example, 2 multiplied by 3 will be equal to a constant 6. Therefore, I can write R equal to K multiplied by concentration of CH3 COOCH3. And if we go for the order of the reaction, this is equal to 1, while in true the order of the reaction is equal to 2. So a reaction which in its true rate law indicate a order greater than 1, here it is order equal to 2, but experimentally due to presence of one chemical reactant in large quantity whose concentration is constant, it experimentally shows that the reaction follows the first order and the reaction will follow the kinetics of the first order reaction. Such reactions are being defined as the pseudo first order. Here pseudo means it is actually showing 2, but experimentally it is 1. This word is called as a pseudo. That means been externally appearing something different, and actually in result it is something different. For that purpose we are using an English word pseudo. Therefore it is showing the true rate law equal to 2, but experimentally it is only following the first order. Therefore such reactions are called as a pseudo first order, and they are defined as the reactions whose true rate law indicate the higher order of the reaction, but experimentally it follows the first order reaction kinetics, are called as pseudo first order reaction. This pseudo first order reaction will follow even the graphical integrated method, the same results of the first order, and therefore said to be following first order kinetics. We also have another example of the pseudo first order in our syllabus, and that is the sucrose getting hydrolyzed here into glucose and fructose, C6H12O6 and C6H12O6. Here again the true order, if we see it, true order rate will be equal to, I will write simplicity, K, concentration of C12H22O11 and the concentration of H2O. But practically again for the same reason of concentration of the water is constant, it is in large quantity. If suppose the water is 1 liter, its number of moles will be 55.5 moles, and that will be a constant. And therefore again this reaction will be the first order with R equal to K into concentration of C12, H22 and O11, and therefore it is following again the order equal to 1, or it is the first order reaction. So these are the two pseudo first order reactions in our syllabus which are been mentioned. So we have studied the zeroth order, pseudo first order, second order, all the type of order of the reactions. And we have also studied the difference between molecularity and order, and the difference between reaction intermediate, and the difference between the catalyst. Now we will proceed further the study for the integrated rate law equations. Now the question is, why do we need some different methods to be followed, and what are its applications and how to use it? So, as I have already told you in my first introductory lecture of kinetics, a study of kinetics always proceeds in 3 ways. 1, experimental results, then verifying the experimental results by